Hello everyone, my name is Danny. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of a tutorial. I've watched probably 4 or 5 videos about this. Some either they didn't explain it well enough for me personally to learn, or they just weren't talking at all and had music over it. And videos like that might help some people, but for me, the videos that have no talking and it's just kind of like the instructions typed into the video, that doesn't really help me. I struggle with, reading written type patterns. So I just kind of wanted to do this video, how to make a Lego block with crochet. Now, as you can see, probably in the thumbnail picture also, I've made a Lego blanket. This is a baby blanket. There's 81 of these blocks. And today I'm not going to be showing you how to stitch them together, but just to show you kind of what it looks like once you're done. Now I started another blanket. It's either going to be 2 baby blankets or it's going to be 1 big blanket. I think would be big enough for an adult, but I'm going to be doing 5 colors. As you can see, I'll show you again. You have yellow, red, gray, and then blue. It's going to be almost the same except this time I'm adding in green. Now, you see I got the green, I have yellow, red, blue, and then gray. Today we're going to be using gray yarn because I have 3 these blocks left to go and then I'm done. At the moment of these blocks here, I have 192 of them. I need 195 to finish either 1 big blanket or 2 little blankets, which I'll have extras left over if I do the baby blankets. But just to show you, it's not that difficult to do. Assuming I don't get distracted, I end up usually doing this in about 20 minutes per block. Okay, so let's set all this aside. I'll move the camera, or my phone rather, over to here, and we'll get into how to do these Lego blocks. Alright, so for this, I'll be using all of this one, as you can see. This is from Hobby Lobby. Here's the collar. Here's, number 4 medium. You can see how much there is. All this stuff, that's something you care about reading. So I'll move that over here. I'm using Clover Soft Touch hook, 5mm. Now, I'm probably not going to go the slowest on most of this tutorial, just because I feel at this point you should know how to single crochet, chain, and double crochet. The only thing I'm really going to slow down on is a stitch. I'm not really sure what it's called. I've heard people describe it as popcorn stitch. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but I'm just going to show you how to do it and I'll go slow on that. Okay, so you're going to start off with a slip knot. By now you should know how to do that. Okay, we're going to do 17 chains. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. For this, you're going to skip the first 3 chains and go into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 over here. Yarn over, we're going to be doing double crochet. Now you should know how to do this, but I guess I'll go slow on this one here. You're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over, go into that next stitch, yarn over, and pull it through. You should have 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through the first 2, yarn over, pull it through the last 2. Okay, so go ahead and finish off with this. You should have 14 double crochet by the time you are at the end. Okay, so just have something that looks like this. We're not counting the chain, we're counting the stitches. So excluding the chain, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so if you don't have that, you have too many, 2 less, and you probably need to start over and count your chains carefully next time. You're going to chain 1, turn your work. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. In this first stitch right here, you're going to do a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. Okay, simple, right? Now, I hope I explained this well enough for you to understand. You're going to kind of yarn over once and twice. Go into that next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through the next 2 stitches. So when you're done, you should have 2 loops on your hook. Do that again. 1, 2, around the hook. Insert into the same stitch. Yarn over and pull it through. Yarn over, pull it through 2. Yarn over, pull it through 2. Now we have 3. Again, yarn over 1, 2. Insert into that same stitch again. Yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over, pull it through 2. Yarn over, pull it through 2. There's 4 now. Again, yarn over twice. Insert back into that same stitch. Yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over, pull it through 2. Yarn over, pull it through the next 2. Now you got 5. One last time. Yarn over twice. Back into that same stitch. Yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2. Yarn over, pull it through the last 2. Now you can see you have 6 loops on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through all 6, come to this next stitch. We're going to single crochet, push that little bubble out like that. It'll be facing towards you. 1 more single crochet into that next stitch. Something like that so far. Now basically we're repeating this. These 2 single crochet right here are the 2 that we did here. So it's 2 single crochet, your stitch, 2 single crochet, that popcorn stitch or whatever it's called, all the way down. When you get down to here, you should end with 2 single crochet. So I'll go slow again on this popcorn stitch, maybe a little faster, but you know, just kind of wing it on how I do that. So you get your 2 single crochet. We're going into this next stitch right here. Yarn over twice, insert into that stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over twice, insert into that stitch, the same stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. Again, yarn over twice, insert back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull it through the first 2, yarn over, and through 2. There's 4. Yarn over twice, back into that same stitch, yarn over, go into the 2 stitches, yarn over and pull through 2 stitches, then you have 5. Yarn over twice, insert back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops. Now you have 6. Something also I didn't mention on the first one, if you could see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these right here. So that's something to look for when you're doing this. Either count these, make sure you have 5, or I count the loops personally to make sure there's 6 every time. Yarn over and pull it through all 6. Go into that next stitch, single crochet. Push your loop or your little bubble through. Go into that next stitch, single crochet. Now just keep repeating that here in this stitch, you would do the stitch right here to cause a little bubble effect. Then you do 2 single crochet, do the bubble, 2 single crochet, and it'll be time to turn. So I'm going to start speeding this video up while I do this, but it's basically repeating what you just did over here. Okay, so it looks like it's curling, but it will straighten up once you keep going. But here you can see, you should have something that looks like this. There in a chain 3. Turn your work. We're going to start into this stitch right here. And we're doing double crochet all the way through the top. There should be 14 by the time you're done with the double crochet again. So yarn over, go into this first stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2, pull it through the last 2. Yarn over into that next stitch right here. You can see. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. The next one's going to be right here. Yarn over. There. So far we have 3. Now you can see every time you get to the little bubble is going to be going in 3s. First bubble 3, second 6, third 9, 12 on the 4th one, and then 2 more double crochet here to end it off with 14. So I'm going to start speeding it up again and see you when I'm done. Okay, so there we should have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's the back side. We'll chain 1, turn. Now pretty much what we're going to be doing, if you could do this step here with a 2 single crochet, this stitch here, and so forth, then you could do the next stitch, the next row, because we're doing the same exact thing that we did down here. So I'll only show this one time before I speed it up. Come here into that first stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, whoops, next stitch here. We're going to start this bubble again. Okay, so I'll go slower. Yarn over twice into that stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice, insert into that same stitch, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There you got 3. Yarn over twice, back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over twice, insert into that same stitch, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 5. One more. Yarn over twice, insert back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, and pull it through 2. There's 6. Go into that next stitch, you're going to single crochet, push that bubble out. Next stitch, single crochet. Now just repeat that over and over, because there you can see it's starting to line up with what you did down here. So I'm going to start speeding it up. If you need to, pause the video and unpause when you're ready to continue. Okay, so we're coming up on the last 2 single crochet to finish off this round. Alright, so there we go, minus the my phone falling, but you can see it's pretty even. It's starting to straighten up a little bit. So we're at the end. You're going to chain 3. So what are we going to do next? Turn, and then do the double crochet round that we did right here, but we're going to do it again. There should be, again, 14 by the time you are done with this round. Yarn over and do that first stitch. Pull through 2, pull through 2. I know I'm not really going through the double crochet slowly just because I feel if you're attempting this, and you should probably know how to do a double crochet by now. So I'm going to start speeding this up, and again, you should have 14 when you're done. Alright, so here we're coming up to the end of this round. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so you're in a single crochet, or chain 1 I mean. Turn your work. Now we're going to single crochet into every stitch around the outside. So here it's kind of self-explanatory where to go. The sides are a little bit more difficult, and I'll try to explain that when I get there because I don't do it the same way every time. So just go into that first stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and so on. I'm going to speed it up for this section right here. So here I'm at the last one in this row. I'll show you how I do it. I don't know if it's right, but I just know it works. So I just did the one in the last stitch. I'm going to do it again in that same stitch. Single crochet. Now I just try to do it even. For example, like here, I just try to stick it through. If I can get 2 loops, and I get 2 loops. If not, then I just go through the entire stitch kind of area right there, the chains. So it just depends on, one side's usually harder than the other, like this side. So I just kind of try to put it evenly around. It doesn't work out the best like I want it to, but at the end of the day with this project, it works out quite a bit. So like here, for example, I would go right here. Oops. Then here I don't see anything I can put it through, so I just put it back through this stitch right there. Here I think I get a couple strands through here. Maybe. Guess not. I guess kinda. Then I'll try right here. Let's see, there's a little hole right there, so I'll go in there. I'll just go into this one because I don't see anything to put the hook through. And then I'll just go in, like say right here. So it might not look very good at first. Let me just do one more for when I start the other end. But as you can see, it does actually start working once you're done with that section, despite what it looks like when you're doing it. Okay, so I put the 2 over here in the corner. We're going to come over to here and just go down this row. One right there, one right here. Now I'm going to speed it up until I get to the other corner. So we're coming up to the last one in that row. I'll put it in here. Move that around. I'll do another one in that same area. It kind of just makes turning it a little bit better. So here you can see it's a little bit easier. I could put one in right here, and I'll pick up 2 strands of that yarn. Let's see, I'll put one in here just to try to keep it evenly spaced throughout. There, I'll just put one in without through, and just kind of in that hole. Do the same thing over here. Here I could put it through and pick up 2 loops. Let's see. Here I might be able to. Let's see. I just got one, so I'll just put it through the entire thing like that. through the entire hole instead of picking up the loops. There, I'll do the same thing right here. As you can see, let's put it through there. Yarn over. These are all single crochets again. Here, it looks like I could pick up 2 loops. So let's try that, yep. Let's see, here I can't. I'm not gonna do this one just because it's kind of too close, so I'll come over straight to here. Okay, and then you're gonna come over to here. This is where you started, right here. Insert your hook, and we're gonna slip stitch. So we got there. And instead of yarning over like a single crochet, we're just gonna pull that loop through that one we just finished. Chain 1. Now I'm gonna grab my little scissors that aren't the best, but again, it does work. I'm gonna put the tail through the loop and then pull it tight. And you might need to straighten it up a little bit. I noticed that with all of them, but as you can see, there's your Lego. Now I'll show you the other gray one I did. See, you're gonna have to straighten it up a little bit, but there's one of those. It looks just like the blue one. I have the green one, and again, like this one, you have to straighten up. Now, I know I do this, but once you stitch them together, they even up really well. So right now, they're kind of like curving a little bit, but when you're stitching them all together, they turn into like a nice rectangle type shape. Here's a yellow one up close. And then here's the red one. Let's straighten that up a little bit. There's red. So as you can see, they all look pretty similar, about the same size, like so. Except like this one, stretch a little bit. And there you go, it looks really similar. Now I'm not showing you how to stitch them together, but I'm just showing you how to make the blocks themselves. But as you can see, this video, without speeding it up, took 28 minutes. So maybe a little bit less if I didn't show you all the extra blocks I did before this video. But it's actually pretty quick once you learn how to do it. You don't even really think about it, and it's second nature. Again, here's the one that we just did. It should look something like this by the time you're done. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or just to tell me that this helped you or not. If you want to see more videos like this, I'm still kind of back and forth if I should start uploading a lot of crochet videos, but subscribe if this is something that you want to continue on seeing. Again, I hope this helped you. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.